You're taking great steps to be the best parent you can be, and it's an honor to work with and share this content with your growing family. We want to be a trusted and valued partner in helping you have a healthy, happy baby and share your vision of what your ideal future is for yourself and your family. Dreams are your heart's desires, the things you want in life. Dreams inspire you to move beyond where you are now. When Martin Luther King Jr. gave his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, he created a vision of equal rights and helped others believe it was possible. Once people could see his dream, they were able to share it and work to make it a reality. I hope as we review some of the more practical issues like prenatal care, nutrition, and getting ready for the new baby, you can also start thinking ahead about the ideal future you want for yourself and your family. What are some steps you can do to move forward with your goals and dreams? Achieving goals is a long-term process. It can be easy to get frustrated and give up, but breaking down your dreams into practical steps helps us realize we can reach our goals. Go ahead and get a piece of paper and something to write with. Let's take a few moments to visualize what your ideal life looks like. What is your dream life with your child/family? What is one goal you can set up to reach that dream? What can you do to move toward this goal or dream? What are a couple things you can do this week to help get there? What can you do today to help get there? Who else can support your dreams? A key factor in promoting stable families is having a network of friends, family, and neighbors. The relationships you had before you were pregnant may change. It's important to surround yourself with supportive relationships that help reduce stress and encourage a healthy pregnancy. Let's think of family, friends, neighbors, or people you know from church or school that might be able to help you. Let's consider who you might be able to call for certain situations. For example, who can you call when you need a ride to a prenatal appointment? When your belly gets bigger and you need maternity clothes? When you need someone to talk to? When you need to go to childbirth classes? When you're low on cash and need to pay rent? You need help moving or to pay a bill? You need a crib, car seat, or diapers? And lastly, who can give you a ride to the hospital when you are in labor? We have services and programs that can help support you. If you are concerned about resources like diapers or getting a crib, please let your resource navigator know. Pregnancy is a significant emotional transition that changes everything for expectant parents' self-image, priorities, relationships, desires, and options for the future. It's normal for an expectant father to think about the differences and grieve the loss of the man he was, or saw himself as, before pregnancy. Being a dad will impact relationships and life choices, as well as how you spend money. It's a big responsibility. What we know is that most parents go through 3 major psychological tasks during the pregnancy in order to be prepared for all of the changes a new baby brings. Let's review those tasks and what they might mean to you. Start falling in love with your baby. Fathers can talk, sing, and read to the baby during pregnancy. The baby will recognize their voice when they are born. Fathers can go to the prenatal visits and see the ultrasound and hear the baby's heartbeat. Start thinking of yourself as a parent. Encourage the father to think of another father that they respect and talk with him about pregnancy and fatherhood. Talk to friends, family members, and co-workers who have children. They can help answer questions about adjusting to life with a baby. Get used to being part of a family. Encourage fathers to picture life with a new family. Imagine what it will be like to hold, rock, and be with the baby. See yourself and your partner loving and caring for your baby. Talk with your partner about the future. Make plans for creating a loving and nurturing world for your baby. We have services and programs that can help support fathers. For more information, please let your resource navigator know. It's important to take care of financial obligations, especially with a new baby on the way. Have you and your partner thought about how a new baby will affect your budget? Let's start thinking about how you spend money and how to prioritize. List what you spend money on in a week and what are necessary expenses and what are not. The first step in achieving your financial goals is tracking how you spend money. After you do this for a while, it will be easier to create and follow a budget. Nicotine and other chemicals in cigarettes can negatively affect the placenta. Think of the placenta as your baby's lifeline in the womb. If you smoke, you pass nicotine, carbon monoxide, and other chemicals to your growing baby, who gets less oxygen and may not get the nutrients needed to develop. If others in your family smoke, you and your baby are breathing secondhand smoke, which can hurt both of you. E-cigarettes and vaping still expose your baby to nicotine and are currently not regulated, so you may be exposing your baby to even higher dose of chemicals than what is found in a typical cigarette. Everything you put in your body during pregnancy can affect your developing baby, including cigarettes, alcohol, and other drugs. Alcohol can impact brain development, reduce nutrients and oxygen to the baby, cause contractions and preterm labor, and result in dependence and withdrawal in the baby, causing excessive crying and trouble eating and sleeping. If you use street drugs or consume alcohol, the sooner you stop the better, giving your baby a greater chance of being born healthy and strong. Even though you don't need condoms to keep from getting pregnant, you still need to use them to help protect yourself and your baby from sexually transmitted infections. The infections can harm you and your baby. If you have an STI like chlamydia, herpes, gonorrhea, HIV, or AIDS, you and your partner will need to be treated. If a pregnant person is HIV positive, the virus can be passed to the baby during pregnancy, labor, delivery, or breastfeeding. However, when medication is taken to treat HIV during pregnancy and, if needed, have a scheduled C-section, the risk of the baby getting HIV is very low. Your doctor or midwife will test you for each of these infections. If you need free condoms, talk to your resource navigator. Maintaining a healthy diet is one of the best things you can do for your baby and yourself. The foods you eat and drink help your baby grow and develop and affect the way you feel. If you already have a healthy diet, you will need to add only a few extra well-chosen calories. If you have not been eating healthy foods, pregnancy is a great time to change old habits. Drinking water, ideally 8 to 12 glasses a day, is especially important during pregnancy. Not only does it help you feel less fatigued and relieve symptoms of morning sickness, it actually provides your baby essential vitamins and minerals through the placenta. Caffeine causes you to lose water, so it is important to limit your intake of caffeinated beverages to 1 or 2 12-ounce cups of coffee, tea, or soda a day. Although prenatal vitamins do not replace a healthy diet, it is important that you take a prenatal vitamin. It is a good idea to start taking prenatal vitamins as soon as you find out you are pregnant or, ideally, before you become pregnant. It is best to take your prenatal vitamin at the same time each day. If you take it with food, you are less likely to get nauseous. At your prenatal visits, your healthcare provider will check your blood for anemia, which can cause you to feel tired and weak. If you're not getting enough iron and develop anemia, your blood doesn't have enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen to your tissues and to your baby. When pregnant, you need about twice the iron as before. If you are anemic, you may need to start taking an iron supplement in addition to your prenatal vitamin. Your doctor may also suggest that you eat more iron-rich goods like lean red meat, poultry, fish, leafy, dark green vegetables, iron-enriched cereals and grains, beans, lentils, tofu, nuts, seeds, and eggs. Not having enough folic acid can hurt your baby's developing brain and spine. Certain foods have lots of folic acid in them, including orange juice, spinach, corn, broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, peas, okra, squash, turnip greens, cantaloupe, dried beans, lentils, and breakfast cereals that say fortified or enriched on the label. Eat lots of these foods, especially in the first trimester. The weight gain recommendations for an average BMI is between 25 to 35 pounds. However, how much weight you should gain during pregnancy varies and depends on your weight before you became pregnant. You should gain weight gradually during your pregnancy, with most of the weight gained in the last 3 months. Your doctor or midwife will advise you on the best weight gain range for you and your baby and help you keep track of it. Women who eat a healthy diet during pregnancy are less likely to have complications or a premature delivery. We have resources that support a healthy lifestyle and nutrition. For more information on WIC, let your resource navigator know. If you don't already have one, finding a healthcare provider is one of the most important choices you will make early in your pregnancy. There are many things to consider regarding your provider and the type of birth experience you want to have, such as having a baby at the hospital or birthing center, the type of delivery. You need to consider what is covered by your insurance or Medicaid plan and talk with your provider about your choices. If you need a provider, talk with your resource navigator. During prenatal visits, you will be checked to make sure you are healthy and that your baby is developing well. With regular prenatal care, your healthcare provider can catch problems early and prevent complications. Prevention of infection or promptly treating it can help to ensure that your baby is not born too soon. At your prenatal visits, the provider will get a medical history, height and weight, and check your blood pressure. They will also do blood and urine tests, screen for any depression and anxiety, and recommend shots that protect you and your baby. Write down any questions you might have ahead of time and bring them with you. Symptoms commonly experienced during early pregnancy include feeling more tired than usual, sleeping more than usual, feeling nauseous or sick to your stomach, and breast tenderness. If you are nauseated or have morning sickness, you could try nibbling crackers before getting out of bed, eating small snacks throughout the day instead of big meals, drinking water between meals rather than with meals, avoiding spicy or greasy food, or chewing gum or sucking on a hard candy. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy, stop what you are doing and lie down. Make sure to change positions from lying to standing slowly. If your breasts are sore, wear a supportive bra even to bed or soak in a warm bath. Gentle exercise helps with fatigue, but don't resist sleep. Rest for 10 to 15 minutes several times throughout the day. You may feel the need to urinate frequently. Don't cut back on liquids or try to hold it. Continue to drink water and expect to get up at night to urinate. This is a normal part of pregnancy. If you are unsure if measures you take for comfort are safe, be sure to check back with your provider, including any medications. Your emotional health is especially important during pregnancy because of its tremendous impact on your unborn baby's development. Stress is one of the most profound influences on pregnancy and can show up as depression, high blood pressure, or other physical symptoms that can harm the developing fetus. Reducing stress is one of the best things you can do for yourself and your baby. Self-care creates good moods. Supportive relationships help you cope. Pleasurable activities and close family ties create happiness. Tie it all together and you have a good emotional health, which is a gift to your baby. Pregnancy is full of stress. Your body changes and your clothes don't fit. You cry for no reason, you feel exhausted, and the laundry piles up. These are all normal stressors. But too much stress can affect how you feel and how your body works. Our goal for you is to have a healthy pregnancy and baby. Decreasing stress is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself and your growing baby. Let's talk about some common ways to decrease stress. Talk with someone you trust about money management and try writing a budget to stick with. Set your priorities, decide what must be done and what can wait. Choose one simple thing that you have been putting off and do it immediately. Make a conscious choice not to yell, raise your voice, or become upset. Go for a walk with your partner and talk out disagreements calmly. Exercise, go outside for a walk. Spend time with a friend with a positive attitude. Stay in touch with people who can provide emotional support. Plan for relaxation at the end of the day, like a warm bath or a good book. Recognize signs of stress like difficulty sleeping, feeling sad, or having low energy and seek mental health support. Did you know that during the first trimester all of your baby's body parts are being formed? Eyes, nose, ears, fingers, toes, and even their nails? Their spinal cord is developing and will seal up to protect his brain and nervous system. By the end of the first trimester, their heart is beating. Each week important body parts develop. By the end of the 3rd month, all your baby's essential organs have formed and most are beginning to function. Even before birth, some babies have problems with how their organs and body parts form and function. These health problems are called birth defects. Birth defects can occur during any stage in pregnancy. Most babies with birth defects are born to 2 healthy parents with no obvious health problems or risk factors. In most cases, the cause of the birth defect is unknown. However, we do know the cause of some birth defects, including exposure to certain medications, infections, viruses, or chemicals during pregnancy. Not all birth defects can be prevented, but there are things you can do to decrease your risks. Choosing a healthy lifestyle, avoiding harmful substances, and preventing infections are some things you can do to decrease your risks. I so hope you enjoyed discussing some of the more practical issues, but have you started to envision the next steps for your life? Have you thought about the things you enjoy doing and how you'll make time for those things? Or maybe you need to adjust those things to include your growing family? I'm sure you have so many talents, and it's important to continue to push yourself and see what new skills you'll develop as you learn and grow with your baby. You'll be surprised at how resilient you are. You're stronger than you know. You have so much meaning in this world, and now you've expanded that role within parenthood. How are you going to continue to include what brings you joy into your life? And is there anything you can do to earn a living that brings you this joy and meaning? Dreaming helps us move ahead and better ourselves and our situations, and having a baby is a perfect time in our lives to dare us to think ahead. Once again, congrats!